Welcome to AI for the People. Ready to jump into some wild AI news?
Always.
Sweet. Today we're looking at some big moves from Microsoft, Anthropic's push for ethical AI, and how Synthesia is using AI to change how we make videos.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there, huh? It's like huge investments are happening, but people are also starting to really think about the ethics of all this, you know?
Right. It's not just about building the most powerful AI anymore. It's about building it the right way.
Exactly.
Okay, so first up, Microsoft is dropping a cool $80 billion
Yeah, I saw that.
on AI-powered data centers.
Like, what are they even doing with all that money?
Well, these aren't your average server farms. They're building these custom-designed centers to train the next generation of AI models.
Oh, wow. So they're really going all in on this, huh? Like, what kind of AI do you think they're aiming for?
Well, think bigger, more complex models than we've ever seen before. The kind that can solve problems we haven't even thought of yet.
I mean, that's kind of exciting, but also a little scary, right? Like, is this going to be AI that only huge corporations can even use?
That's a good question. But here's the thing. They're connecting these centers to their cloud platform, Azure.
Oh, right. So they're making it accessible to businesses of all sizes.
Exactly. Imagine a small startup suddenly having the power to use cutting-edge AI tools.
Yeah.
That's the potential impact here.
Interesting. It definitely levels the playing field, doesn't it?
Big time.
Okay, so Microsoft and OpenAI, they're already integrating GPT-4 into stuff like Office 365, right?
Yep. You could be writing emails, making presentations, even analyzing data, all with the help of advanced AI.
And most people probably won't even realize it's happening.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, so while Microsoft is all about like raw power, there's another company, Anthropic, taking a different approach.
Yeah, Anthropic. They're not just building AI, they're trying to build it ethically.
Yeah, like they're really concerned about AI safety, right? Making
Yeah.
sure it aligns with human values and all that.
Exactly. It's not just about what AI can do, but what it should do.
Right, because like as AI gets more powerful, we need to make sure it's used responsibly. We've all seen those sci-fi movies where AI goes rogue, and nobody wants that, right?
Definitely not. So how is Anthropic actually making sure their AI is, well, good?
They're developing models like their chatbot called Claude with safety and transparency built in.
Like baked into the code.
Yeah, from the ground up.
So they're setting a good example for the whole industry.
Totally. And they're actually starting to influence others too. They just partnered with Amazon.
Oh, wow. So they could actually impact industry standards.
Yeah, potentially even regulations for how AI is developed.
So it's not just talk, they're taking action.
Yeah.
Okay, listeners, we've covered Microsoft's big AI investment and Anthropic's focus on ethical AI development.
It's tough.
But now let's shift gears to something a little more visual.
Kid me.
Synthesia. Ever heard of it?
Yeah, vaguely. Remind me.
Okay, so imagine this. You want to make a professional-looking video, right?
Sure.
But you don't have a film crew or expensive equipment.
Sounds familiar.
Well, with Synthesia, you don't even need actors. You can use virtual avatars that can speak in over 140 languages.
Wait, really? Just like that?
Yep, just a few clicks and boom. High-quality video content created with AI.
That's pretty wild.
Right. But it does make you think about, the potential downsides.
Oh, for sure. Like deep fakes, spreading misinformation. AI-generated videos can be pretty convincing these days.
Exactly. It's incredible technology, but we need to use it responsibly.
It's like a balancing act, right? Embracing the possibilities while staying aware of the risks.
Totally.
It's a conversation we need to keep having as AI gets more and more integrated into our lives. Welcome back. Ready for more AI awesomeness?
Always. Last time we were talking about AI tools like Synthesia.
Yeah, those video tools are pretty crazy, right?
Seriously. But before we get too lost in virtual avatars, want to talk about another AI powerhouse.
Sure. Who are we thinking?
Google DeepMind. They've been behind some huge AI breakthroughs.
Oh, DeepMind, yeah.
Mhm.
Especially in healthcare and research, right?
Right, like their AlphaFold
Right.
project.
AlphaFold, yeah.
Oh.
That's the one that predicts protein structures, right?
Exactly. And it's a game changer for understanding diseases and making new medicines.
It's pretty mind-blowing. But, I actually need a little refresher here. Why are protein structures so important again? It's been a while since bio class.
No worries. Think of proteins like tiny machines that do pretty much everything in our cells.
Oh, right, right.
Like digesting food, fighting off infections, it all depends on proteins.
Yeah.
And their 3D shapes are key to how they work.
So it's like knowing the blueprint before you can fix a machine or build a better one.
That's a great analogy. And figuring out those protein structures used to be a really slow process.
But DeepMind's AlphaFold can do it super fast and accurately now.
Yep. It's speeding up research in medicine and biology like crazy.
Wow, so they're basically using AI to speed up scientific discovery. That's impressive. What else are they working on?
Well, they're also using reinforcement learning.
Oh, reinforcement learning. Isn't that how AI learns to play games like chess and Go? I saw a documentary about that once.
Yep. But it's not just for games anymore. Think AI systems that can optimize energy grids or control robots in factories.
Even surgery?
Potentially.
Right.
It lets AI learn by trial and error, like humans do, just way faster.
So it's like having an AI apprentice that can master any skill we throw at it. The possibilities are kind of endless, aren't they?
They really are. And their newest model, Gemini 2.0, is even cooler. It uses step-by-step reasoning to solve problems.
Step-by-step reasoning, huh? So it's not just giving you an answer, it's explaining how it got there.
Exactly. Like showing its work.
That does make it a lot easier to trust, for sure. Transparency is definitely important when we're talking about AI, especially as it gets more advanced.
So true. But I got to ask, all this is pretty amazing, but what about the potential downsides? Could this level of AI be risky?
That's a good question, and it's something we should all be thinking about. Like,
Right.
any powerful technology, there's a chance it could be misused, right? We've already seen deepfakes and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a bit of a balancing act.
No.
We need to be excited about AI's potential, but also cautious.
For sure. We need to make sure it's developed and used responsibly, Have open conversations about the risks and benefits, put safeguards in place. It's a conversation we need to be having as a society.
Couldn't agree more. Okay, listeners, we've talked about Microsoft's huge investment in AI, Anthropic's commitment to ethical development, and now DeepMind's amazing work. But we're not done yet. Back again for our final AI deep dive. It's been a pretty wild ride so far, huh?
It really has, like from those massive investments to the ethics stuff to DeepMind's mind-blowing research. AI is really changing everything, isn't it?
It really is. And it's not just about, curing diseases or optimizing energy grids.
Right. What else?
It's also changing how we create things. Have you heard of Stability AI?
Stability AI. Yeah, that rings a bell. They do something with video, right?
Yeah. They're pushing the limits of AI-generated content. Imagine making realistic videos just by typing in what you want to see.
Hold on, really? Like, no cameras or anything?
Nope. Their AI uses deep learning and tons of data to understand how text and visuals connect.
So it's not just like putting together clips that already exist. It's actually creating something new.
Exactly. It's like a whole new level of creativity. Think about what this means for filmmakers, marketers, anyone who uses video.
Yeah, that's a game changer. But, this brings up the whole deepfake issue again.
Right. AI-generated videos can be super convincing these days. We definitely need safeguards to prevent misuse.
Definitely. It's powerful technology, but we need to be careful with it. Make sure it's used responsibly.
Totally. We need to be aware of the risks and the benefits. Okay, so before we wrap up, there's one more AI concept I want to touch on.
Lay it on me.
It's called hierarchical and contrastive chain of thought prompting.
Wow, that's a mouthful. What is that?
It's a way for AI to solve problems step by step, like humans do.
Oh, okay. So it's like breaking a big problem down into smaller chunks.
Yeah. And it can actually evaluate different ways of solving the problem and compare them to find the best solution.
Huh. So it's not just spitting out an answer, it's actually thinking it through.
Exactly. It's a big step toward making AI that's more transparent and trustworthy.
And that's really important, especially in fields like healthcare or finance, where you need to be able to understand how the AI is making decisions.
Absolutely. So yeah, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. Microsoft's massive investments, ethical AI, DeepMind's breakthroughs, and all this crazy new stuff like Stability AI and those new prompting techniques. It's mind-boggling, isn't it?
It really is. It feels like we're just scratching the surface of what AI can do.
For sure. And the future of AI is really in our hands.
Yeah.
We need to be thoughtful about how we develop and use it.
Totally agree. It's powerful technology, and we need to use it wisely.
Well said. And for all you listeners out there, don't forget to follow us at @AI for the People for daily updates on all things AI. Share your thoughts on this episode in the comments and subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive. Until then, keep exploring the incredible world of AI.